The Bluefield College Rams look to keep up their hot start to the season as they face off against their AAC foe and the Allen University Yellow Jackets. Hello everybody, Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us here at the Dome as the Rams take on the Yellow Jackets. This is an interesting matchup, folks. Bluefield split this series last year, and on the year so far, Rams have played pretty great basketball. Losing to Union as well as Truett McConnell, the Rams do have two AAC losses, but they're 9-2 on the year, coming off of a win on the road over the weekend against Reinhardt down in Georgia, an 84-79 win, and they're led by the sophomore point guard Jeremiah Jenkins, leading the way in scoring by just a tenth of the point, as Jeremiah Jenkins is scoring 15.3 points per game and joined by Taekwon Reed, who has 15.2. Rams averaging 4 players now in double figures. Nae'Qwan Cousins coming off of the bench to get 14 points per game as well as 8.3 rebounds per game. Kind of a double-double machine with David Tripp still on the bench and Jorge Concepcion now as another starter who scores 10 points per game. Starting for Allen, Devontae James will be the guard. Senior standing in at 6'2", wearing number 0. Leroy Williams, the second, the forward, standing in at 6'5", from Florence, South Carolina. The junior makes a start as well. Demetrius Richardson, wearing number 10, the forward from Darlington, South Carolina. And Jarrett Kershaw, the senior, standing in at 6'2", from Charleston as well. Rams going out onto the floor, wearing those white jerseys. Donnell Gooch making a start for Bluefield, with Nae'Qwan Cousins coming off of the bench out of his normal role, and he'll make a start in this game. So Vernon Jackson, that last starter we didn't mention for Allen. Yellow Jackets in the yellow jerseys. They will go left to right. Rams going right to left here at the Dome. Should be a fun ball game for Bluefield. There's Donnell Gooch, 6'9" player from Raleigh, North Carolina. Stands in. Senior squares up with Leroy Williams. The second tip goes the way of Taekwon Reed, and Bluefield has the ball. Jenkins, the sophomore guard from Newport News, Virginia, passes the ball out of the corner. A couple of North Carolina guys join with Brandon Shields, the lone freshman on the floor right now for Bluefield. David Tripp still hurt for the Rams. Jeremiah Jenkins bounces top of the key, 15 on the shot clock. Lob into the right block for Cousins. Matched up, bouncing into a double team. Swings into the paint. Pass goes through the legs of Taekwon Reed, but the ball dribbled out of bounds accidentally by Jarrett Kershaw, and the Rams will have a pass in bounds with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Well, Bluefield trying to get their 10th win on the season. A couple of tough losses, though, to Truett McConnell as well as Union the last time they were home. Jenkins feeds in. Gooch pops from the left side and off the mark. Miss on that left end for the mid-range. Here comes Vernon Jackson. Passes all around. A 3 in the corner. No, he won't take it. Putting on the deck a big mid-range, and it's not good for Jarrett Kershaw. Rebound Taekwon Reed. Rams going back right to left. Jenkins pops for the triple. Yes! In the left wing and into the face of Kershaw. Rams lead 3-0 with 9:14 left to go in the first half. Kershaw back with it. Allen 5-7 on the year, a 2-4 AAC record. Head coached by Jason James, now in his 5th season. Pass towards the top end for Jarrett Kershaw. Trading the ball around with Devontae James, coming from Columbia, South Carolina. Driving in, Jackson bounces on the left block. Stuffed off the backboard. It's Demetrius Richardson. Makes it 3-2. Rams lead by 1. 18:45 left to go in the game. So now Jenkins with the lone basket. An errant pass to Cousins. Returns Cousins from Shields. Dribbles into the lane. Scoops with the right hand and scores. That's easy. Zigzagging from Jenkins, Shields, and then back to Nae'Qwan Cousins, who has the size advantage as well as the athletic advantage. Rams leading 5-2 with 18.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Student section a little sparse as the Rams fans have made their way home for Christmas break. Another dish down low. Layup can't fall for Demetrius Richardson. A rebound for Cousins. That was a good feed. They're trying to put it to Richardson on the left block. Crossover dribble for Jenkins. Underhands Taekwon Reed from the top of the key, who swishes from the top circle. 8-2. Rams have now hit 2 threes. Jenkins as well as Taekwon Reed. 2 leading scorers for Bluefield this year. Concepcion not on the floor right now, not getting the start. Driving in, here's Kershaw, lost the ball. It's stolen away by Nae'Qwan Cousins. Rams moving in transition. Taekwon Reed shuffles onto the left side, pinballs the ball around, and it's stolen away by Devontae James. Here comes Allen on a drive, bounces to the right, underhands, another shot for Richardson, bumped into by Donnell Gooch, and the ball went straight up. Nae'Qwan Cousins on the other end, Euro step, floats to the basket, and punches it off the square. Timeout called by Allen. Bluefield on a hot start at the Dome as they lead 10-2 with 17:26 left in the first half. Rams re-enter the game with a 10-2 lead and 17:26 left to go. Bluefield has shown their speed so far in this one. Tyquan Reed with the triple as well as Jeremiah Jenkins, but Naquan Cousins leading the way with 4 points. Rams go back to the floor with the exact same lineup, and the ball being taken up now by Vernon Jackson for this team from Columbia, South Carolina. Jackson drives in right elbow, dribbles onto the right end, scoops with the right hand, no good. Richardson, though, corrals the offensive rebound and punches it off the glass to make it 10-4. Rams lead by 6. 17 minutes left. Jenkins skates into the left wing, picks up his dribble. His pass is tipped and stolen away. Here's Jackson, underhands to Richardson, who slams with a right hand. Makes it 10-6, 16:54 left in the first half. Bluefield will try to inbound the ball. They do. Quick swing. Allen getting back into it. Jason James's team really rushing. Scoring on consecutive drives there as Jeremiah Jenkins passes onto the right side. The freshman from West Virginia outlets down to Donnell Gooch, who hooks with a right hand and swishes. 12-6 the score. Rams have darted the ball well, shooting early in the shot clock. Really not that patient, but with those pivotal ball movements and being able to swing the ball down low, they've been able to score. Meanwhile, an offensive foul. That one's going to go on Leroy Williams, the second on a moving screen. First team foul and the first foul of the ball game. Gives the ball right back to Bluefield with 16:27 left in the first half. Rams with a game tonight and then 2 days from now against Tennessee Wesleyan. So a couple of crucial home games before Christmas break really starts. And after that, Bluefield will not have a game at home until January 8th. Have to go to Pikeville, though, as Jenkins pops on the left side. His shot is no good, but a foul is called on Vernon Jackson as Jenkins went down to the floor. So the Rams will play at Pikeville, then the day after New Year's play against Montreat as well as Piedmont International. That Pikeville game, always tough. That's an NAIA Division I school. As Jenkins floats and scores on the first free throw. Makes it 13-6, 16:05 left in the first half. Rams shooting on the left basket. Still no substitutions yet for Richard Morgan, now in his 10th season in Bluefield. Jenkins tickles the twine again, 14-6. Waiting for an inbounds pass from Kenneth Roll, who's into the game. Leroy Williams, the second, picks it up at the timeline and underhands Vernon Jackson, still in the backcourt. Clock is running down, and now he got the ball over. So across the timeline he goes. Rams in that man-to-man. A three at the top of the key. Air ball for Devontae James. Tyquan Reed spotted him up, but he had space to shoot it. And the Rams get the ball back 14-6 as that ball just nicked the net on its way across the baseline. 15:48 remaining in the first half. Bluefield started shooting like gangbusters right out. Allen with a couple of dunks, or rather one dunk and another fast break. Now the Rams back with it. Ugly pass down low, intended for Tyquan Reed, picked up by Kenneth Roll. Here comes Allen down 14-6. Vernon Jackson meanders his way to the basket as he lays it in from the right hand. 14-8 the score. Rams moving quickly now into the right wing. Reed, his jazz pass, stolen away by Jackson again. Lost the ball, picked up in the front court by Jeremiah Jenkins for Bluefield. Angles his way, fires from 11, back iron miss, tipped out back to Jenkins. And he just jogs his way towards the timeline to slow it down to get an offensive command from his head coach. 15 minutes left in the first half. Rams lead by 6. All over his head. Reed, a cross-court lob into the near end for Jeremiah Jenkins. Point guard lobs it to Cousins. Jumps for three. It's good. Naquan Cousins drills a three from the right wing to make it 17-8. The net got caught in the rim. Paused the game for just a second, but Bluefield leads by 9. And for Naquan Cousins, make that 7 points for the junior. Standing in at 6'6", he sure can't do it all. And Richard Morgan will tell you that. 14:40 left in the second half. Here's a three from Roll from the right wing and drains it in the face of Brandon Shields. 17-11, Rams still leading by 6 though, but both teams starting to feel it from beyond the arc. Maya Jenkins skies for a three, top of the arc, he missed after a screen. Might as well shoot it if he's that open. Here come the Yellow Jackets on the other end, a good backdoor cut for Vernon Jackson, fed there by Devontae James. Just like that, it's a 4-point contest. You can tell the Rams can't afford to get very cold against Allen. A drive for Cousins, pass is tipped away. Or rather, that was his dribble. Devontae James reached a hand in there and poked it to the right side of the basket. And it'll be a baseline inbounds pass with 20 seconds on the shot clock and 14:06 on the game clock. Jenkins will try to throw it in. He does. Far corner Cousins angles his way in. A pivot move, pops for a mid-range and drains it from the right baseline. Good shot for Naquan Cousins. Make that 9 points for the junior and a transfer from Vance Granville Community College. Rams have yet to sub anybody in. It's almost been 7 minutes. 13:48 left to go. Here comes Jackson. He jumps from the free throw line with contact. It's no good. Saving in bounds is Leroy Williams as he passes it in to Jackson. Picks up the pass and pushes it off with the left hand. 19-15 the score. Have to give props to Leroy Williams II. That was an air ball that he saved from becoming a turnover as that ball is tipped away off of the hands of Kenneth Roll and pushed it back onto Cousins as the ball went out on the far sideline. 13:26 left in this game, or rather in the first half. A substitution now as Cameron Sembley comes in. That'll be Sembley, Jackson, as well as Devontae James, Leroy Williams II, and Kenneth Roll on the floor. Allen wearing the yellow jerseys with those blue letters and white trim. They're down by 4 to Bluefield. Jackson on the drive into a double team, and Jeremiah Jenkins twirled back after drawing the charge. Jorge Concepcion now on the floor for Bluefield, hoping to get some sort of offensive spark in this game. Brandon Shields, that's going to be a pretty big test for the senior in Concepcion, a freshman starting in his place. So Jenkins passes the ball into the left end for Donnell Gooch. Naquan Cousins now at the free throw line on a pivot, drives right side, poked away, ball is in the hands of Allen out. Jackson tried to finesse a pass behind his back. It's eventually picked up by Kenneth Roll. The forward lost the ball in the paint. It's poked loose again, and Jorge Concepcion reached that ball in to knock it right off of the Allen forward. So Bluefield has the ball in on a baseline inbounds now. And Jeremiah Jenkins will take the ball up with 12:40 left in the first half. Rams leading 19-15. Some of these passes have not been caught for Bluefield as Taekwon Reed carries to the basket. He floats and misses. And a rebound snatched out of the air by DeJuan Sherman. Here comes DeJuan Sherman, junior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Three misses. Rebound Leroy Williams II puts it on the deck, spins around, shoots, and misses again. Naquan Cousins skies for another board. 12:18 left. Jenkins across court, lob to Taekwon Reed. Pumps a three, far corner, missed again. Rebound Sherman. Rams looking sloppy and shooting the ball early in the shot clock. Devontae James on a head fake, jumps towards the rim and bounces it off the backboard to make it a 2-point contest. 19-17, 12 minutes left in the first half. Rams, after that hot start, have now been cooled off by this Allen defense. Jenkins with a long two, bounces around the rim, a miss. Sembley comes down with the board, and Allen has a chance to tie it up or take the lead with 11:45 left in the first half. Juan Sherman spotted up on a screen at the top of the arc from Leroy II. Now driving in, he's swatted away by Naquan Cousins. Here comes Jeremiah Jenkins straight to the rack. Reverse layup, it goes. Wasn't working from the right side, scooped around, went across his body, and it touched in off the square. 21-17, that ends the Bluefield drought, and they lead by 4. Interestingly enough, Bluefield with no fouls at the moment, and 3 for Allen. Now they're waiting this shot clock out. Around the arc they go. James, entry lob down to Leroy Williams II. Lost the ball initially, got it back. Underhands to Sherman, hooks with the right hand to miss. Tipped out, a fresh shot clock. James pumps a three, swirls out again. Rebound for Sherman. Here comes another shot, missed. Here's James, bounces left to Sembley. Sembley on the right block goes under the basket, and they are just racking up these offensive boards. 12-17 left, or rather 21-17 the score. 10:40 left in the first half. Juwan Sherman slowing down this Allen offense, trying to get to 500. They're 5-7 right now. Passing the ball around, a hard darting pass down low to Sembley, and Jorge Concepcion picked it up from a knee, got back up. Now an alley-oop to Nae'Qwan Cousins, couldn't thread the needle. Wasn't the best pass from Concepcion, and now substitutes coming in. Isaiah Tatum checking into the game, as well as Brandon Shields. Nae'Qwan Cousins and Jeremiah Jenkins getting their first breaks of the night. Rams leading 21-17. If you're just now joining us, the women's team got the win tonight, 69-67, but boy, that one was crazy. Rams led by as much as 11. It was 65-54, and that ended up being a 2-point game. Roll with a one-arm pass towards the logo for Juwan Sherman, the point guard, calling for an offense with 10 minutes left and 8 on the shot clock. Sembley passes far corner. Now looking for a shot, it's Kenneth Roll. Roll drives in off the screen, floats a pass to Leroy Williams II, shoots at the buzzer, and it tickles the twine as the backboard lights up. Back down to a 2-point game, 21-19. Shields fires a three. Off the mark and bouncing into the hands of another guard for Allen. It's Elijah Fabian. So Fabian into the game, the shooting guard from Columbus, Ohio. Allen reaching deep into the bench now. Roll gives it out to Leroy Williams. Jumps on the long two, pops out of the basket. And jumping for the board, it's Jorge Concepcion who remains in the game. 9:20 in the first half. Rams leading by 2. Hit a couple of threes early from Reed and Jenkins. Reed has it down the left wing, feeds top of the arc. Brandon Shields thought about a step back, instead hands it off to Taekwon Reed. Puts it on the deck. His shot is too short. Donnell Gooch tipped the ball back in. Effort play for the 6'9 senior. Tatum had it back, fed to right, now to Shields. A three from the left wing, counted for the triple. Bluefield did not give up on that play as it pinballed around the offense and finally found the hands of the freshman. 24-19, a 5-point lead for the Rams with 8:45 left in the first half. What a play there from Donnell Gooch. That play looked all but dead. Pass into the left elbow. Leroy Williams II jumps out of a double team. A moonshot isn't good. Volleyballed in the air by Sembley, and somehow it's picked up by Fabian. Kenneth Roll jumps for the triple from the top of the arc, and he misses from pro length. So 24-19, rebound Concepcion. Tatum has it now. Dribbles left, now left elbow. Pops from 15, off the mark and badly. That one bounced off the bottom right corner of the backboard. Here comes Sherman, swirling at the top of the circle. Bullet to pass to Sembley. Far corner three. Rattles around, miss. And Shields pulled down the board, but he fell down. So it will be a travel. Kenneth Roll called it for Allen. And the Yellow Jackets get the ball back right under their own basket with 8:06 left in the first half, and they're down by 5. 24-19 the score. Rams trying to use the threes to their advantage. Another swing for Bluefield where they play 3 games in 4 days. They play Allen tonight, 2 days from now, then against Tennessee Wesleyan, and they go on the road to Pikeville. Then they don't play for a month until they play Montreat. Pass inbounds, Fabian fires a three. Near corner, it's a miss, and Jorge Concepcion, the senior from the 757 area of Virginia, pulls down yet another rebound. Rams looking for a brand new offensive look with Ibafemi into the game, and his shot has improved from a year ago. Senior from Nigeria. Concepcion dribbles into a double team. Euro step and floats with the right hand. Makes it 26-19. Onto the right side. Has the confidence to have that hard step through the 2 defenders for Allen and split them to a score. Fabian has it at that logo. Passes on the near wing for Juwan Sherman. Around the arc, some bulleted passes now as Jared Kershaw passes onto the far side. Another floater, it's a miss for Fabian. Passes rolling away, and here comes Tatum. Rams going right to left. Tatum, the point guard, push from behind, no foul called. Picks it up in the near corner, bounces left, block Ben Grove, the freshman, into the game. Has to dribble it back out. He'll react kind of as that stretch 4. As now Bluefield will slow it down with 7 minutes in the first half. Onto the right wing now. Goes Tatum, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum on a dribble, passes towards the top of the arc. Grove has to hurry, 5 seconds. His pass is tipped and stolen away. Outlet on the other end for Sherman, jumps for 2 and scores. Bad possession for Bluefield, makes it 26-21 on the other end. Ibafemi thought about a left wing three, dribbles in, shoots from 10, and misses on the left side. He'll go to the foul line, though, as he was hacked on the play. That halts the clock at 6:39 left in the first half. And it's the first foul called on Fabian. Fourth team foul for Allen. Bluefield still with no fouls as Ibafemi misses the first. The Rams are playing a pretty clean game. We've seen that out of them in the first half. It's when the second half goes on when they get a bit frustrated, and that happens as Ibafemi flicks the wrist on the second and makes the second. Timeout called. It's a full one by Richard Morgan, 27-21. Rams lead by 6 with 6:39 left in the first. Back into the game. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Rams leading by 6, 27-21. A new point guard in, and Marquez Abernathy, who passes on the left side for Fabian. Abernathy now with it, the junior 6-foot point guard. Passes on to the right side. Another shot coming up for Sembley. The lanky shooting guard swishes in the face of Bluefield. They didn't pick him up. 27-24. Rams lead now down to 3. But a momentum here as Grove swings it out into the right end. Cousins back into the game. Ibafemi on a pump fake, fires for 3. Off the backboard, no good, but Concepcion tips it into his own hands for the offensive rebound, and the Rams will back it up with 6 minutes to play. 20 seconds left on that shot clock. Tatum, the point guard now. He's came off the bench in a few games for Bluefield. Entry lob, Grove swings left wing over to Tatum. Feeds in the right corner for Concepcion. Rattles around, no good on the 3. And a rebound fought for by Damani Smith. But it's in foul called on Ben Grove. So Damani Smith gets the board, the big 6'7" sophomore from Harlem. And taking the ball up, it'll be Marquez Abernathy. Allen with a chance to tie it up or take the lead here. Kershaw passes on to the corner for Fabian. Returns left wing. Now for Kershaw. Around the arc they go. Another 3. It's no good, but an offensive foul before that. Fabian shot it, swirling around. And that foul is going to go on Damani Smith under the basket. So that's the first foul called on him. And a 15 foul. Bluefield only now with 1 foul in this ball game. 5.5 minutes to play. Ibafemi, one arms a pass to the top of the arc for Concepcion. Trades it around with the guards now. Underhands Cousins on a 3, misses on the near corner, and a rebound falls for Marquez Abernathy. Bluefield starting to get a bit cold here. 5:10 left, 27-24. Pass goes awry, loose in the paint, diving for it. Ben Grove pushes the pass towards the timeline, goes into the hands of Fabian though. Leroy Williams II swings a pass out onto the right side, and it's picked up by Kershaw. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 8 seconds now, once a screen. Shot clock down to 5, fires from the left elbow, he's fouled. Untimely foul for Jeremiah Jenkins, and that's going to put Kershaw to the line with a chance to make it a 1-point game. 4:51 left in the first half, and Bluefield got out to that hot start, and then Allen called a timeout, fought their way back into the game, and it has been close, but Bluefield has yet to surrender the lead. Kershaw swishes that first free throw, Makes it 27-25. Long look at the basket for the senior from Charleston. Flicks the right wrist and scores. 27-26, a 1-point game. Rams have cooled off, but they have their weapons on the floor. Reed, Cousins, and Jenkins, the leading scorers for Bluefield, and then the leading scorer from a season ago, Concepcion, positioning in the near corner. He has it now, dishes on the left elbow. The freshman in Grove shoots the mid-range and swirls it home. 29-26 the score. Rams leading by 3. 4.5 minutes to play. Looking for a pass now. Abernathy jumps into a pass down low to Damani Smith. The 6'7 forward spins, shoots and misses. Rebound Ben Grove. Angles a pass to Jeremiah Jenkins, has no numbers. Hard pass to Concepcion, underhands Nae'Qwan Cousins. Rim rocker doesn't go, it swirls out, and it goes for Abernathy. Here comes Allen, carrying into the lane is Devontae James, who dribbles the ball out of bounds with 4:04 left to go. Boy, for Bluefield and Allen, they just have so much speed, they just don't know how to consistently play with it. (29-26). Rams up by 3 as Concepcion has the ball right in front of the Allen bench. Rams in those white jerseys going right to left. Reed returns top of the key. Concepcion drives right side, jumps to the basket, angles a layup. It's no good, but Ben Grove on a volleyball-style tip back. It goes 31-26. Rams lead by 5 again. And got cut down to a 1-point game, but now with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, Bluefield leads again by 2 possessions. Monty Smith at the free throw line. Underhands James, hard bounce pass down low, reverse layup off the glass. And Richard Morgan is not happy as that backdoor cut fell for Leroy Williams II. (31-26) the score. Or rather make it 31-28. Grove on a head fake, passes right wing. Taekwon Reed on his patented head fake, passes near corner. Cousins an open 3, count the triple. 34-28. Great ball movement on the pitch out by Taekwon Reed. Unselfishly dished it into the near corner, and Cousins now hitting his second 3 of the night. 34-28, 2:45 left in the first half. On a drive, Abernathy passes in, but an offensive foul call. Another one on Damani Smith. That'll be his second. And a couple of new faces coming in. Demetrius Richardson, who had started. He's joined by Keshawn Shields, the freshman from Lexington, South Carolina. 34-28. Jenkins underhands Concepcion. Rams trying to escalate this lead now as Reed almost lost the ball. Passes near corner. Cousins and a couple of North Carolinians trade the ball to Concepcion to the left elbow. Tries to back in with 10 on the shot clock. Underhands Ben Grove, slams it off the board, and it goes in. That was a dunk, but boy, he tried to break the glass. It wasn't a dunk, rather, off of the right hand. Windmilled it in as Abernathy misses the 3. Bluefield coming back on the other end. 36-28. 2 minutes left. Jeremiah Jenkins looking at Richard Morgan, who has already lost the sports jacket. Bounce pass, top of the key. Concepcion now has space with 15 on the shot clock. Crossover dribble, spins towards the basket, lost the ball, followed a shot on the layup at the offensive board, in trouble, sweeps a pass out on the left wing for Nae'Qwan Cousins, who lowered the shoulder on an offensive foul. Kershaw went down to the floor for Allen, gives the Yellow Jackets the ball back, but they're down by 8. First foul on Cousins, only the 3rd team foul. Pass on the left side. Here's James. Abernathy at the right wing. Rams spotting him up on that man-to-man defense. It's been tough. Drive in, underhands for the shot. The 3 is no good on the near side from Jarrett Kershaw. Pass down low. Devontae James pounces it off of that backboard, and it's no good. Rams going to get back 36-28. They lead with 1:17 left to go in the game. The three, it's no good. Tipped out to Devontae James. With a minute left, a bounce pass down low, stolen away by Bluefield, going right to left. Rams going 2-on-1. Tyquan Reed jumps towards the basket, finishes with a left hand. 38-28, a 10-point lead for the Rams with 50 seconds. Allen has the ball back. 40 seconds now. James decides why not to shoot for three from the left wing. Should have kept the ball as he misses. Rams have it back. 37 seconds now. Jenkins jumps from 17, misses the shot, but a foul is called in the effort. So Jenkins goes to the line, the Rams' best free throw shooter. Rams leading 39-28. 34.5 seconds left. Missed the free throw. It's no good. So it was a 1-and-1. Wasn't a shooting foul. 30 seconds left. And there's about a 3-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Pass on the left side. Back towards the top. It's Abernathy. Abernathy drives in left side. Floats with the right hand. It's no good. Rebound almost fell for Cousins, but it's tipped out of bounds off of the hands of Allen's Richardson. Now 4 seconds. Jenkins has to pass it up. It's picked away by James. Floats at the buzzer, and it's off the top of the backboard. 39-28. Rams up by 11 going into the half here at the Dome. Rams leading by 11 at halftime, 39-28 over the Allen University Yellow Jackets. Naquan Cousins, how about this? Leading the way in scoring for Bluefield. 12 points, 2 rebounds, and the Rams shooting 5 of 11 from beyond the arc, 45% and 48.4% from the field as a whole, holding Allen now to 32% shooting. And they've only made 2 3-pointers in this game, 2 of 11. Leading the way for them in scoring is Vernon Jackson, who has 6 points. Right now, he's 3 of 5 from the field. And Bluefield is actually getting out-rebounded in this game, but you don't really have to rebound as much when you're shooting the ball as well as they are. Nearly 50% against Allen, but they're getting out-rebounded 20-19. So not a gigantic margin, but Bluefield didn't foul that much in that first half either. They had 3 fouls as opposed to 7 for Allen, as the Rams also went to the line 6 times, and they were 4 of 6 in the process. But Bluefield's just playing a flat-out better basketball game. We're going to have to see if the Rams can keep it up going into the second half, trying for their 10th win of the season already here at the Dome.
So the guy who's supposed to call the game last night, his father-in-law passed away this morning. They were supposed to call the game Sunday too, so I'm calling that one.
Ready to start the second half here at the Dome. Rams lead 39-28, and Allen switches directions with the ball, going right to left now. Top of the key, Vernon Jackson underhands Leroy Williams II in the paint, jumps and floats. He misses, tipped into the hands of Nae'Qwan Cousins, who leads the squad now with 12 points, joined by Jeremiah Jenkins on the floor with Donnell Gooch, Taekwon Reed, and the freshman Brandon Shields, who in that first half was able to hit 1 3. And at the right wing goes Nae'Qwan Cousins, drives right baseline, jumps in, is blocked by Leroy Williams II, but a foul is called on Allen. It'll go against Devontae James for the first foul of the half, and it's going to be 2 shots for Nae'Qwan Cousins. So Cousins only with 3 rebounds, or rather 2 rebounds in that first half, but still with the 12 points able to hit a couple of threes. He was 2 of 3 from beyond the arc and 5 of 7 from the field. And making the decision to start him, Richard Morgan, as he misses that first free throw on the right end of the Dome here. It seems like it's a good decision because Nae'Qwan Cousins would bring some spark off the bench, but if he has it to start out the game, it's tough for a team like Allen to come back, as Cousins hits the second of 2. 39-28 turns to 40-28 after the free throw is made. Vernon Jackson on a left-handed dribble parks out of that Rams logo in the yellow jersey. Rams wearing the white Adidas uniforms. Drive in for James out of a double team. Underhands to Richardson, and it goes off the glass for 2. Richardson has been there, parked into the right block, and makes it 40-30. Rams up by 10 now. Now Jeremiah Jenkins calling for help into the right wing, swirls it past top of the key. Cousins pivots around. Now the junior looks for someone to pass to, puts it back on the deck and underhands over to Reed into the far wing. 13 seconds on the shot clock, spotted up now with James as he pops a 3. It's good! Taekwon Reed drains yet another 3. That's his second of the game and makes it a 13-point contest, 43-30. Can Allen come to answer now? James drives into the lane, contact drawn, and you betcha that's a charge as Jeremiah Jenkins flopped back onto the ground, and James, with that Band-Aid under his right eye, has to get back on the other end. Already his second foul of the game. 18:40 left in the ball game. Bluefield leading by 13. They have looked very crisp for pretty much the entire game. Reed with those bouncy dribbles. Entry lob, right block, Donnell Gooch now in a double team. He's trapped, swatted the ball away, picked it back up, drives right baseline, pickpocketed by James, and the ball bounces into the alleyway at the Dome. So it'll be a right baseline inbounds for Bluefield with 11 seconds on the shot clock and 18:21 game clock. See what Bluefield does here. They have been pretty solid off of these baseline inbounds plays. Jenkins has it as the point guard just swings the ball into the backcourt for Nae'Qwan Cousins. Shot clock now down to 9. Cousins jogs up. Shot clock at 7. Now at 6. Drives right side, spins, jumps, shoots. Off the mark. It could have been a shot clock violation as it got no rim. Here's Richardson for Allen, down 43-30. Bounces into the lane. Leroy Williams II missed the layup, but he's fouled in the process to send him to the line. It's going to be a foul on Jenkins, getting all the way back into the front court for Allen. That'll be his second foul. And that sends Leroy Williams the second to the charity stripe. Hasn't attempted a free throw yet. Does have 4 points. Bends the knee, shoots, and swishes. 43-31. Jorge Concepcion checks into the game for Cousins. Bluefield's showing their depth. And you can just tell there is a difference when the Rams get started early rather than having that slow start for them to wake up. They were awake coming into this ball game. Second shot bounces around and falls through the 10. 43-32, lead down to 11. Full court press going for Allen. Rams trying to sprint out of it as they do. Shields jumps for 3, misses from the far corner. Gooch stepped up but couldn't get the rebound. Here comes Vernon Jackson down the lane. Passes on the left end. His shot is no good from Leroy Williams II. But once again, pushed in the back. Another foul on Bluefield. This time it's going to go on Jorge Concepcion. So back-to-back possessions where Leroy Williams II goes to the line. First foul on Concepcion stops the clock at 17:54. Rams leading 43-32. First shot for Williams, tickles the twine. Down to a 10-point game now, 43-32. Another shot, it's good, 43-34. 9-point game now into the backcourt. Rams trying to get out of this. Here comes Jeremiah Jenkins right at that free throw line, or rather the midcourt line. Passes around to Donnell Gooch, feeds far corner. Concepcion hasn't rattled off a shot yet in the second half. Concepcion, the senior, coming off of the bench for the first time really this season at home. Darts a pass near corner. Shields passes back up to Jeremiah Jenkins. Jenkins, 7 on the shot clock, fires a 3, bounces around, no good. Leroy Williams the second. Boy, he wrestled for the defensive rebound there. Going coast to coast, pickpocketed by Concepcion. Rams going on a 2-on-1 break. Concepcion trying to draw contact, and it goes the other way. Vernon Jackson drawing the charge. It'll be the second foul in a row on Bluefield, a team third foul. And you have to think that entire first half alone, Bluefield only had 3 fouls, and they have matched that mark 2 minutes and 43 seconds into the second half. Onto the near end, his shot coming up, and it's no good. That time it's from Kershaw, and after it goes out, it's tipped into the hands of Leroy Williams. The second passes to James, no good on a right-handed layup, and he comes away with a foul as Donnell Gooch was hacked by the point guard, or rather the guard. It'll be the third foul on James, and the third foul on Allen. 17:03 left to go. Rams leading by 9. Led by as much as 13. Isaiah Tatum checks in. Jorge Concepcion to the bench, gets a greeting from Richard Morgan. Rams on a 9-2 start to the season. Here's Jeremiah Jenkins, passes cross court. Isaiah Tatum feeds top of the key. Reed, entry pass down low, and Donnell Gooch was just alone under the basket. Finishes with the right hand, and the dunk makes it 45-34. Another block for Gooch. So a dunk follows it up with a block, and Allen will have to pass this ball inbounds from the right side of the basket. Bluefield back up by double digits, 45-34. Feed in, lost the ball. Leroy Williams the second going down to the floor. Passes out, it's stolen by Jenkins. Jenkins tipped out of bounds by Demetrius Richardson. And on the near sideline, it'll be a throw in for Bluefield. Check it back in, it'll be Taekwon Reed. See who he comes in for. At 45-34, Reed has it in the right wing. Matched up with Jackson, passes top of the key, Tatum. Tatum, the point guard, a freshman wanted that underhands a fellow freshman in Shields. Lobs it under to Donnell Gooch. Pops from 16, it swirls out on a miss. Rebound Richardson. Rams can't really afford to get cold. Allen's pretty quick, but they gift them with yet another turnover. Jackson floated the ball in the far corner looking for Kershaw, and it was too high for the shooting guard. So the Rams will have an inbounds pass. 45-34, 16-16 left to go. Right, Jenkins in that first half for Bluefield had 8 points. We have yet to see him score in the second half. Bounces to Jenkins. Let's see if he does it here. Far corner 3, and just like that, Ryan Jenkins hits a 3 and puts Bluefield up 48-34. 14-point lead for Bluefield. Largest lead of the game. Pass into the near wing. Trading the ball around. Allen hasn't been able to fluidly find long shots. And Bluefield has also benefited from the refs letting them play. Another mid-range miss for Allen into the hands of Taekwon Reed. Into the left wing, hard bounce to Donnell Gooch. A bit too ambitious as it's picked away in the backcourt by Allen Richardson. Feeds over to Jackson. His layup is good off of the right end. Allen scores quickly, and a timeout called by Jason James. 48-36, 15:25 left to go in the second half, and Bluefield leads by 12. Back into the game we go. Rams lead 48-36, 15 and a half minutes to play, 15:23 to be exact. Taekwon Reed taking the ball across midcourt, going left to right. Rams have looked good for most of this game. The defense has been solid. And the right wing Tatum underhands Taekwon Reed into the wing he goes. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Pops a pass near corner. Tatum for three. Rattles it home. 51-36. The freshman draining a triple. 15-point lead for the Rams. Allen has yet to find consistent answers against this Bluefield defense. Pass down low. Williams underhands Richardson, who punches it in. That was a good look. Got it to the power forward on the left side of the basket. Makes it 53-36. Or rather, 51-38. Once again, the scoreboard is off. Brandon Shields jumps for the three. The freshman missed again. So Bluefield up by 13. Here comes Allen on the other wing. Now a three, near wing, it's good. Shot goes for Cameron Sembley, 51-40, an 11-point lead for Bluefield now. The basket's falling for Allen. Allen starting to try to get back into this, only trailing by 11. They've trailed by as much as 14. Taekwon Reed pops it top of the key, Tatum. Tatum puts it on the deck, jogs in the left wing, drives into the free throw line, looking for separation, underhands Gooch, fires a mid-range baseline, no good from the left side. Rebound going for Richardson, right to left goes Allen, swings a pass near corner Jackson, now hoping for help. 13:45 left to go, and they are down by 10 points. 51-41. So a 10-point game, here comes Jeremiah Jenkins. Jenkins picked the ball away into the right wing, 13 and a half minutes to go. On a left-handed dribble, Jenkins flails over to the left side, passes right wing Taekwon Reed. Sear on a head fake, goes off of the screen, crossover dribble, top of the circle, drives left side, finds Gooch, who can't catch the ball on that hard pass, and it's stolen away by Richardson. That'll be frustrating for Bluefield. Richards drives, no good on the layup. Rebound Gooch, ugly basketball either end. Nobody really has settled down. Jenkins fires a three, misses from the top of the circle, and everybody is frustrated. 51-41, 13 minutes left in the game. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece, getting a bit more physical. Roll onto the right side, gives it to Sembley. And now looking for Leroy Williams II, drives in, slipped in the lane, hooks with a right hand and scores, finding separation. 51-43, 8-point game now. Pass on the left side, Taekwon Reed now has it on a crossover dribble, fires a three, he's fouled by Roll, and Reed will go to the line. Kind of looked like that method that James Harden uses when he jumps on those threes, leans forward for some sort of connection on a foul, and he got it. So he'll go to the line for three, trying to make this a double-digit lead again. 12:31 left to go in the game. Reed bends the knees, flicks the left wrist, and the southpaw doesn't get the shooter's roll as it bounces off the back iron. Only an 8-point lead now for Bluefield. Reed averaging right around 15 points per game. In the first half, he had 5. His second shot, it's good. Makes it 52-43. Checking in now for Allen, Damani Smith. Joined by Kashawn Shields. 52-43. Reed fouled on the triple effort. Eyes the rim, very deliberate with his free throws, and he hits 2 of 3. Back to a double-digit lead, 53-43. Rams leading by 10 with 12:31 left to go in the game. Also into the game to run this ball up, it'll be Marquez Abernathy. Clock is rolling. Abernathy swings the ball into the right side. Now having it is Cameron Sembley. Passes top of the key, Roll. And showing up in the man-to-man again like they have been the entire game. Roll slides to the left, fires a three, and connects from the left wing. Makes it once again a single-digit lead for Bluefield. It's 53-46. 12:08 left to go. One arm pass into the near corner for Concepcion. The senior angles a pass inside to Tatum. Dribbles behind his back, underhands Gooch, hooks with a right hand, draws contact. He missed, but it's a foul called on Damani Smith, so Gooch will go to the line for 2. So Gooch, the 6'9 senior, a transfer from Clarendon College, on the year just shooting 45% from the free throw line. So he definitely can improve on that. First free throw tonight. Well, now he's 100%, 54-46. Lead back up to 8 for Bluefield with 11:59 left. Eyeing the rim. Gooch hits both. 55-46, 9-point lead for the Rams. Up on a conference rival from Columbia, South Carolina, the Yellow Jackets 5-7. Split this series with Bluefield last year. Shot doesn't go for Sembley, off the backboard, wrestling for the rebound. Tatum for Bluefield picks away at it. Left to right, the Rams go. Tatum underhands Cousins, skies towards the rim. He's fouled, was scoring, or at least charging for that score, and it did not go. So we'll go to the line as he's fouled again. 16 fouls now on Allen, and that'll be the first one called on Shields. So 6 fouls. Next one will send the Rams to the line for a 1-and-1 with 11:39 left to go. Here's Cousins. Junior shoots, and the 6'6 man from Raleigh scores. 10-point game again, 56-46. Rams up by 10. Rams with the squad on the floor now of Cousins, Jenkins, Gooch, Tatum, and Concepcion. Cousins loops and misses the second one, a hard bounce off the back iron. So it's 56-46. 11:30 left to go. Abernathy passes on the right side, back up top it goes, around the arc. Leroy Williams II, who's done it just about it all as he drives in, looks for help from the glass. He misses, tips, and is punched out of bounds on the far sideline by the help of Shields. So Bluefield will get it back on the far sideline with 11:20 left to go. Passing the ball in, it's Jeremiah Jenkins with 11:15 left in this game. Rams lead 56-46. Jenkins, that point guard for Bluefield, 15.3 points per game. Has a 3 in the second half. Entry lob, Concepcion. Pivot, spins towards the basket, flares up a shot. What a move for the senior. Makes it 58-46. Hard head fake, and that quickness diverted himself away from Allen. 10:50 to go. Kenneth Roll right down the lane, jumps for 2, missed the shot, still tipped around by Leroy Williams II. Finally into the hands of Naquan Cousins for Bluefield. 10:40 and the clock is still rolling, 58-46. Rams have led by double digits for most of the second half. Cousins carries the ball, lost it. Cousins spinning for it, and Roll came away. Yellow Jackets 3-on-1, but Roll jumps and misses from the left elbow. Ugly shot tipped out of bounds, and it goes back to Bluefield. Big missed opportunity there. Jason James is upset with his guard, who had 3 members of the Allen team around him, and instead decided to shoot a mid-range that he missed. 10:24 into the game goes another guard at Vernon Jackson. Sherman is out, and Roll is summed out by Elijah Fabian. 10:24 left. Well, folks, we got wrestling here tomorrow. Pretty packed weekend here at Bluefield College. Wrestling tomorrow, and then Bluefield back in action on the hard court on Saturday. Meanwhile, Ibafimi back into the game for Bluefield. Gooch feeds top of the key for Concepcion, who has it at the top of the circle. Dribbles right, crossover, back up top towards the left. His pass goes to Jenkins, and he lost the ball going into the backcourt. So a backcourt violation, and Jenkins has to be upset about that. That serves the ball right back to Allen with 10:06 left to go in the game. So it's 58-46. 10:06 left to go. Passing in for Jackson. Now looking for a shot on the near end. It's Cameron Sembley. Cross-court lob back up top. And a lob down low. It is not connected with Demetrius Jackson. Leroy Williams II. Look for that entry lob for his trusty power forward. And Demetrius Richardson couldn't lob, or rather corral that ball in. Trent Dunn now in the ball game for Bluefield, number 30, running the point as the Rams lead by 12. Passes right wing, Ibafimi. Brand new look for Bluefield as Ibafimi underhands Gooch. Finds Cousins in the far corner. Drives left baseline, pops the mid-range. Back iron miss. Rebound for Vernon Jackson. Right to left, hard bounce pass towards Richardson. Went to the rim, and he's blocked by Ibafimi. What a play by Ibafimi, and to add insult to injury, Richardson called for the foul. How about that? Ibafemi jumping and smacking that ball off the backboard. So now a foul called. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Trent Dunn. 17th foul, and the first one called to Demetrius Richardson. 58-46 the score. First shot for Dunn, he missed. So the Rams can't connect on the 1-and-1. Rebound going for the point guard, Vernon Jackson. Rams up by 12. Jackson drives, fires a shot. He missed off the left side. It rattled around the rim and bounced out, so he'll go to the line. More fouls being called in the second half than that first half. Allen already has met their foul mark from the first half now with 9:26 left to go in the second. Meanwhile, that foul's called on Ibafemi, his first. Jackson flicks the wrist and missed the free throw. So both teams getting their trips to the free throw line, but yet they haven't really consistently converted. Gooch goes out of the game for Bluefield. Ben Grove now in. He's been impressive down low, adding some physicality in the low post. Second shot, tickles the twine. 58-47, an 11-point lead for Bluefield. They've led by as much as 14 in the second half. Trent Dunn drives in, underhands Ibafemi near corner. Ibafemi hasn't had a shot yet, but he does have a block as he passes back Dunn towards the logo. Was it back on the deck, returns Ibafemi right wing. 12 seconds on the shot clock, now in the corner. Entry pass Ben Grove, backs in, spins left, shoots, misses. It was off the mark, wide to the right. Rebound Richardson for Allen, going right to left in a sprint. Richardson lost the ball, almost carried it past his top of the key. Jackson spins in the lane, swings a pass out near corner. Assembly jumps for three and swishes. 58-50, 8-point lead for Bluefield. Both teams being very quick in their approaches. Concepcion Euro steps past the man in the lane and scoops for the score. 60-50. Saw there that Assembly was trying to draw the charge. Concepcion saw right through that tactic, stepped to the left, and pushed the ball in. Makes it a 10-point game again with 8.5 minutes left to go. Jackson, a baseball pass into the corner. Fabian now dishes back towards the top of the key, who feeds Assembly. Assembly back to Fabian, jumps for that three, who gets some help from the iron and bounces through. 60-53, another 7-point lead for the Rams. Bluefield has to make sure to consistently score. Allen has yet to give up. 8:05 left in this one. Trent Dunn, a good hard step, dribbles left side. The lane opened up like the Red Sea. 62-53. Nobody was down low, and the freshman point guard scooped in for the score. 7:50 left in this game. Overhead pass into the corner. Jackson dribbles in, jumps for the mid-range, and boy, these shots are falling for Allen as he connect on that baseline jumper. Another 7-point lead for Bluefield. 62-55. Not a lot of defense being played in these past 2 minutes. Pass on the corner for Jorge Concepcion. The senior drives in, claps the ball hard, fires out to Trent Dunn, loops a three, missed back iron. Rebound on the left side for Leroy Williams II. Here comes Assembly, underhands, now a shot for Richardson, goes off the glass. It's a 5-point game, 62-57. 7:13 left to go in the game, and Richard Morgan calls a timeout with Bluefield leading.
They're all doing way more things now. That's good. I'd rather watch Muhammad.
We got ourselves a ball game here at the Dome. 62-57. Rams lead by 5 now. And Jeremiah Jenkins taking it up. Allen has been able to convert on these mid-range jumpers. They have pushed the pace of the game and have forced Bluefield to play some pretty bad defense as Cousins turns around and drains a long through in the face of Richardson. Boy, he's been hot for the Rams. 64-57. Here come the Yellow Jackets right to left. Rams up by 7. 6:50 left to go. Assembly keeps the ball in the left wing and swings it top of the key. Fabian dishes on the right side. Jackson, entry lob, intercepted by Cousins. Boy, he jumped that like a bad fade route. Here's Jenkins on the right end. He misses his mid-range, and it's tipped. They'll lose at the top of the key. Jenkins followed his shot, pops a pass far corner. Cousins rebounds off of that one, and here comes Reed into the right end. Starts to dribble down to the baseline. Underhands near corner. Concepcion with a fresh shot clock. Bluefield now will reset a new offense. 15 on the shot clock, 6:15 game clock. Here's Cousins. Fake the underhand. Has that at the top of the key. 10 on the shot clock now. Passes left wing. Taekwon Reed dribbles in. Left elbow. Lost the ball, but draws a foul. Wanted a foul there. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Taekwon Reed. One of the officials had originally said 2 shots. That's not correct. It's the 8th foul. Second foul called on Leroy Williams the second. So the first of the 1-and-1 right through the net. 65-57. .606 remaining. In a quiet Dome. Shoots. Missed the second. So he hit the first of the 1-and-1, but it goes back out to Allen. 65-57. Taekwon Reed almost pushed the ball off of Vernon Jackson. He wanted that ball to go off of the hands of the Allen guard. It was a good effort by Bluefield to get back on defense, but it'll be an inbounds pass from that far sideline with 6:01 left to go in the game. Allen down by 8. Another inbounds pass in, and it's a foul called on Ben Grove. That was a pass darted to Williams the second, but Grove was draped over his back. So that's the second foul called on Grove and a 15 foul on Bluefield. 6 minutes flat left to go. Pass in from Sembley. Gives it over to Fabian. Sembley in the near corner. Fires on to the pass, a left elbow shot. It's good for Vernon Jackson. 65-59, 6-point lead for the Rams. 5:49 left. Going across midcourt. Here's Jeremiah Jenkins on those high dribbles that are up to pretty much his chin. Hands off Concepcion. Jump stop, passes Ben Grove, right wing. Underhands Reed. Feeds near corner. Jorge Concepcion, 10 on the shot clock. Cousins spins in the lane. Muscles up. His shot no good. Ben Grove tips. Couldn't get the stick back. Neither could Cousins. Loose in the backcourt, and Williams picked the ball up. Meanwhile, that pinballed pass goes into the air, and it's snatched away by Jackson. Going right to left. Entry lob for Assembly. Spins a shot no good. And now the pass, rather, as that wasn't a shot, went to Richardson, who ended up shooting it to making a 4-point game. 65-61. Rams have led by as much as 14 in this second half, and now it's a 4-point game. Taekwon Reed draws a foul that's going to be called on Assembly on the right wing. That'll send him to the line for yet another 1-and-1. Allen, you got to give it to them. They have been able to be determined, and they have fought back hard in this one. So these are crucial shots. And they said that was on Cameron Sembley. The scoreboard says that's his 7th foul. That's impossible. So Taekwon Reed hits the first of the 1-and-1. Makes it 66-61. 9 team fouls now on Allen. Shot for Reed, bounces around and goes in. 67-61. Rams lead by 6. It's gotten down to as close as 4 in the second half of play. Jackson on a drive, pops a shot, free throw line, back iron miss. Jorge Concepcion jumped up and got that ball in on a defensive rebound. Reed takes an open 3, far corner, missed again. Leroy Williams the second, snatches the board for Allen. 4.5 minutes to go, they're only down by 6. Bluefield trying to hold on. Jackson spins a pass left side. Richardson kisses it off the glass with the foul. 67-63 with a chance to make it a 3-point game. Now Richardson goes to the line. Third foul on Concepcion. 4:30 left. Richardson missed the shot. Rebound Grove on the left side. So it stays a two-possession game. 67-63. 4:25 left. Jeremiah Jenkins jogs onto the right side. Rams baskets. 4:15. To go in the game. Cousins chest pass left wing. Taekwon Reed. There's a lot of separation between him and Devontae James. 10 on the shot clock now. Reed starts to skate in. Beats Mark. Concepcion drives baseline. Picks out of his dribble. Passes from the paint. Rather shoot from the paint, and he misses. Here comes Allen. Transition. Fabian skies to the layup. Oh, good. But a foul is called. That's going to go on Concepcion. That'll be his fourth. 3:56 left to go. 17 foul for Bluefield. Both teams are in a bonus. 9 fouls for Allen. Next foul will send Bluefield to the line no matter what. Stops the clock. And the first shot right through the net. 67-64. 3-point game. Eva Feeney going back in for Concepcion. Now has 4 fouls. That is not what Richard Morgan ordered for this game. Back to the line. Second shot. Both of them go for Fabian. 67-65, a 2-point game. This is going to come down to the wire, folks. Last time the Rams were at home, they lost by 20. They thought they were going to be able to cruise in this one, leading by as much as 14 in the second half, but now that lead has vanished down to 2 points. Underhands to Taekwon Reed, who really drew that foul. He sold it. Bumped into there. That's going to go on Marquez Abernathy. That'll send him to the line for 2 shots. If you're Allen, better hope that you stop fouling like that or really start to bank on these Bluefield misses at the free throw line. Now for Reed, looking at the rim. Starting to heat up from the line. Southpaw from North Carolina loops his first shot, gets a little bit of help from the front rim, and the ball bounces in. 68-65. Rams lead by 3 again. Have to make these free throw shots down the stretch. Hits both. 69-65. Timeout called, and Bluefield will have to talk about this one. It's a 2-possession game, 69-65. 3:47 left to go. We got a fun one here at the Dome. Rams trying to hold on to this two-possession lead, 69-65. Taekwon Reed hitting those last two free throws. Now makes it a two-possession game, 3:40 left. Allen has been tenacious. Here's Jackson, a handoff into the far end for Kenneth Roll. Drives in, picks up his dribble, and underhands Vernon Jackson. Drives to the lane and fouled again. Allen has found the formula to get to the line. They drive, get those fouls called. And now for Olatunji Ibafemi, that'll be his second and a team 8th. 2 shots for Vernon Jackson. 69-65, 3.5 minutes to play. Boy, there have been way more fouls in the second half. Jackson hits the first, 69-66. So can Jackson make another? Flicks the wrist and scores, 69-67. 2-point lead for Bluefield. 3.5 minutes to play. AAC barn burner here at the Dome. Jenkins dribbles onto the far sideline, stops into the left wing. Chest pass top of the key. Ibafemi almost lost it, got it back off the dribble. Underhands right wing Taekwon Reed. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Gooch has it now at the free throw line. Bombs down low, Naekwon Cousins spins left, shoots, and pushes it off the backboard. 71-67, it's a score. Rams back up by 4, 3 minutes left to go. On a drive, Devontae James hooks and misses with the left hand. Offensive rebound, Abernathy, who's fouled on the shooting effort, and will go to the line. Foul called on Cousins. That'll be his second and a team 9th. Every time Allen has gone down low in this past 10 minutes, they have been able to pick up the foul to go to the line. So here's Abernathy. Shooting a 1-and-1. His first shot swirls out, and apparently it was 2 shots. So now he gets a second. Rams were bracing there to try to pick it up on a 1-and-1. 71-67. Abernathy can make it a 1-possession game again. Bends the knees, shoots, and hits the second of 2. 71-68 now, a pass inbounds for Taekwon Reed. 2:50 left to go in the game as Jemiah Jenkins, the point guard, takes the ball up. Rams need consistent scoring. They can't afford to get cold now. 2:40 left to go, and they only lead by 3. Jenkins has it in the right wing, matched up with Vernon Jackson on a crossover dribble. Looks for an entry lob and gets it to Cousins, right baseline. Has it on the mid-range, shoots off the mark, bouncing off the backboard, hauled in on an offense, or rather defensive rebound. James outlets Demetrius Richardson, pushes it in, got the roll, and it's a 1-point game. 71-70 the score. Rams only lead by 1 with 2:15 left to go. They have led by as much as 14, but Allen has fought their way all the way back. Rams haven't surrendered the lead yet. Jenkins in the right wing, a crossover dribble. The sophomore pops right elbow, barely nicked the rim. Donnell Gooch called on a foul. He was tangled up with Shields for Allen, and Gooch was hoping that foul was going to be called on the Allen power forward, but instead it's called on Gooch. So Allen gets the ball back with 2 minutes flat and a chance to take the lead. 71-70 the score. Now rolling the ball up, Jackson picks it up, 71-70, 1-point game. Under a minute 50 to play now. Now at 1:49 into the right side. Shot clock is down. A pass down low to James. Under the basket. His pass is tipped and stolen by Taekwon Reed. Left to right, the Rams go. Underhands through Jorge Concepcion, who's blocked on the layup, and the ball goes on to the far baseline. (71-70). Rams keep the ball, though, 71-70. 24 on the shot clock, a minute 38. Rams leading only by 1. Jenkins with a hard bounce into Cousins, into the corner. Picks it up, swings a pass to Gooch, feeds Reed. Near corner 3, back iron miss. Rebound for Jackson. Outlet Abernathy, jumps with a layup, and Allen takes the lead, 72-71. With a minute 24 left, The Rams have surrendered the lead for the first time in the second half. Rams down 72-71, a minute 24 left. Allen taking the lead for the first time in the second half. A minute 20 left to go. Tyquan Reed taking the ball up. Rams have surrendered at one point a 14-point lead into the right wing. Jenkins drives in. Free throw line, underhands Cousins, storms in the lane. He's blocked. Shields stuffed him. Ball goes out of bounds on the right baseline, and Bluefield will have an inbounds pass with 14 seconds on the shot clock and a minute and 9 game clock. Richard Morgan beside himself now onto the near corner. Need an inbounds pass. Rams down by 1. Jenkins lobs it in. Gooch. Gooch storms, shoots, and is fouled by Shields. Ball did not go in. Went into that left side. A hack from Shields. Now a couple of shots for Donnell Gooch. Gooch is 2 of 2 at the line, but coming into this game just a 45% free throw shooter. All the pressure on now with a minute 5 left. 2 shots, his first. Good. Tied up, 72-72. Second foul on Shields. And at this point, every foul will result in 2 shots. Allen with 2 timeouts left, Rams with 4 with a minute 5. Gooch shoots again and takes the lead for Bluefield. He's 4 of 4 at the line tonight. 73-72, Rams lead by 1. Jackson taking the ball on the far side for Allen. 1 minute remaining. Jackson passes left wing. Roll has it, defended by Reed. Back towards the logo. Here's Jackson spotting for someone. 52 seconds now. James bounces far corner. Williams carried in the lane. He walked. Untimely travel gives the ball back to Bluefield with a 73-72 lead, and there's no doubt that foot slid there. Abernathy goes back into the game. Leroy Williams, the second, goes out. Rams are trying to pass this ball in. It's a full court press as expected, and Reed is already fouled by Abernathy. So in the double bonus, that'll be the 3rd foul on Abernathy. That'll send Reed to the line. And if I were a betting man, folks, you have to expect that these next 47.2 seconds are going to be an eternity here at the Dome. Now Reed with a couple of crucial free throws. Rams only lead by 1. 2 shots for the senior. Left-handed shooter looks at the rim, fires, bounces through. 74-72, the shot falls. Shields leaves the game. Leroy Williams, the second, back in, so a lot of subbing done for Allen. So Coach Jason James must like what he sees out of Leroy Williams, the second, on the offensive end, and then prefers Shields defensively, especially after that block. You can't blame him. 74-72 the score. Reed trying to make it a 3-point game. Exhale, shoots, and hits. 75-72. Here comes Allen, 45 seconds left. Will they go for the tie? Instead, Jackson drives in, draws contact, shoots, fouled, and air ball, though, so we'll go to the line for two. So they book that foul on. It'll be on Jeremiah Jenkins. That's his third foul. That drains off 5 seconds, 40.8 seconds left. Jackson looks at the rim, shoots, and swishes again. Makes it a 2-point game, 75-73. Boy, these are clutch free throws. You have to think, Allen doesn't need to foul. Second shot bounces through the 10. 75-74, timeout called, it's a full one. Rams lead by 1 with 40.8 seconds left to go in the game. Crucial inbounds pass coming up for Bluefield. 75-74, 40.8 seconds left. And another timeout call by Richard Morgan, so we're going to go right back to the break. Richard Morgan talking this one over. And we're going to be back. Back into the game, Rams down, or rather up by 1 with 40 seconds left. Allen does not need to foul. Jenkins passes on the left side. Clock is down to 35 seconds. Allen looking to get the ball back at least one more time. Rams need a crucial basket. 28 seconds now. Jenkins has it at the timeline, hoping for a new call from Richard Morgan. Goes back towards the top of the key. 10 on the shot clock, drives in, passes far corner. Cousins for the dagger three. Count it! 78-74, a 4-point lead for Bluefield. 2 possessions, 13 seconds left. Vernon Jackson drives in, shoots, misses off the rim. Concepcion pulls down the rebound. Allen will foul, and Nae'Qwan Cousins with the big old dagger puts Bluefield up, and that might do it. 6.3 seconds left. Cousins excited as he should be. And for the Rams, a big win tonight. Boy, that shot probably hit, or was about to hit one of those lights. It was so high up. Concepcion, his free throw, it's good for further measures, 79-74. Rams will move to 10-2. Allen will fall to 5-8 and 2-5. Rams now with 5 AAC wins. They will play in 2 days against Tennessee Wesleyan. Have to give it to Allen, though, for fighting back. Cousins, or rather Concepcion, he missed. Rebound, Leroy Williams II, swings a pass in the front court. James shoots for 3. Back iron miss. Rebound, Williams fires at the buzzer. It's no good. And the Rams hold on to win 79-74 and pick up their 10th win of the season. Late lead went away for Bluefield, but they fought back as they have a big win here tonight in Bluefield, Virginia. So for the Rams, that's it for this basketball doubleheader. Women's and the men's sides win. But as for this men's game, reminding you the final score, my name is Bailey Engel. 79-74, Rams win it. And until Saturday, take it easy, Rams fans.